Hey Shark fans, it's Melinda Marsalis. Welcome to Heard It on the Shark. I'll be your show host, and Mississippi Hills National Heritage Area is your show sponsor. Heard It on the Shark is a weekly interview show that airs every Tuesday at 11 a.m. on the Shark 102.3 FM radio station based in Ripley, Mississippi. Then it's released as a podcast on all the major podcast platforms. You'll hear interviews with the movers and shakers in North Mississippi who are making things happen. I'll talk to entrepreneurs, leaders of business, medicine, education, and the people behind all the amazing things happening in North Mississippi. When people ask you, how did you know about that? You'll say, I heard it on the Shark. Heard It on the Shark is brought to you by the Mississippi Hills National Heritage Area. We want you to get out and discover the historic, cultural, natural, scenic, and recreational treasures of the Mississippi Hills that are right in your backyard. And of course, we want you to take the Shark 102.3 FM along for the ride. Musical credit belongs to Hill Country Blues guitar legend Gary Burnside and the late great Buddy Grisham, playing Long Way Home from their album Acoustic Brothers, which was recorded at Sun Bear Studio in Ripley, Mississippi.
This program was recorded at Sun Bear Studio in Ripley, Mississippi.
Hey, Shark fans, it's Melinda with another episode of Heard It on the Shark. And today in Sun Bear Studio, I have with me Sergeant Jordan Gillespie, who is the Marine Corps recruiter for North Mississippi. Now, if you guys remember, about 3 months ago, Sergeant Gillespie came in. He was brand new to our area, and we just said hello to him, and he decided he would like to come back and talk about some of the awesome things that the Marine Corps offers. So, Sergeant Gillespie, thanks so much for coming back.
Oh, thank you so much for having me.
How do you like it so far in your new job?
You know, being on this side of Mississippi is definitely a little bit of a culture shock, a little bit from the west North Mississippi side.
So
over
like
there
South Haven, DeSoto County.
Yes, ma'am. I graduated from Horn Lake. So being over here where it's a little bit more rural. So, being over here where it's a little bit more rural is a little bit challenging to find some common ground sometimes, but I like it. I like it a lot.
Yeah, so I guess over in South Haven, Horn Lake, all that feels like the big city compared to what we have over here.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah,
yes.
But you like it.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, I saw you having a big time at the Blue Mountain Fire on the Mountain thing. It was hot, but that was a big, fun party, wasn't it?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. Have you been in the schools too much?
Well, the school year just started. I've been in a couple of the schools, and a lot of the counselors and career coaches are reaching out, trying to get, everybody in there. So I think I've been to 4 schools so far this year.
I love having those career counselors. Isn't that great?
Oh, absolutely.
It's just so wonderful to have an adult helping you match up kids' needs and wants to your needs and wants. It's just fantastic.
Oh, absolutely. I like that they're approaching everything with like the 3E, employ, enroll, or enlist. And I just, my part in that is to show kids that, maybe this isn't for them, but at least now they have information to make that decision.
I like what you said last time, that you guys, when you join the Marine Corps or join the military at all, you do all 3 at once: employ, enroll, and enlist all at one time.
Absolutely.
That's awesome. Okay, so we are going to talk today about some of the ways that the Marine Corps ties into education, because here at the beginning of the school year, everybody is thinking about not this year, but next year. So seniors are thinking about what's going to happen when they graduate in May. And 8th graders are thinking about what happens when they move over to high school. College graduates are thinking, the college seniors are thinking, what's going to happen when I get out of college? Everybody's kind of in that mode. For some reason, in August, you're always thinking about what's the next phase of my life. So let's talk about some of the benefits that happen when you enlist in military service. So you tell me.
So one of the more common ways for everybody to get credits while in the military is going to be through the joint service transcripts. So all of the training, like boot camp, some of the leadership courses, like sergeant school, as well as your job schools. Like for me, it was aviation mechanics. Those are all worth college credits. So I think it was in my first year, I got about 20 credits, which isn't too far off of 1 year of schooling. So a lot of people think that if they join the Marines that they're going to be behind everybody else, when that's not really the case.
When you join the Marines, what is the shortest period of time that you have to commit?
For active duty and for reserves, it's going to be 4 years.
Okay, so you've committed to 4 years, but during that 4 years, you are getting college credit that will put you ahead. So you do your 4 years, you decide that's all I want to do, then you go to college. You don't start from scratch. You start with all these, what did you call it? Joint service transcript hours.
Yes, ma'am. And then on top of that, while you're in, you can use what's called tuition assistance. So joint service transcript is kind of like, you're in the passenger seat. You're cruising through your enlistment and you're earning some passive income in credits. Well, tuition assistance is when you jump over to the driver's seat and now you're actively chiseling away at, whatever degree path it is. The Marine Corps will pay for 2 classes at a time. And as long as you're maintaining a C average, it's completely for free. And you can do it on the colleges that are on base, or you can do like online college, or you can go to some of the colleges that are like in the town.
There are so many people who come from families where nobody in their family has gone to college. It's just not been an option for whatever reason. And I feel like the military is such a great way to break out of that if that's what you choose. College isn't for everybody, but if it's for you, but you don't have any family to help you figure out that path, the military is a great way to do it.
Oh, absolutely. And so, while you're in, you have the JST and the tuition assistance, but then when you get out, you have your GI Bill. The GI Bill is a $240,000 scholarship that is going to not just pay for the college, but also pay you to go to college. When my wife used hers, she walked away with about $47,000 out after, being a single mom with 2 kids and, not doing a job either. It was just going to college. So, being able to not have the stress of, going to school full time, working full time, all that, that's what the GI Bill is for.
So for people who have maybe a child or a grandchild, or they themselves are looking at maybe enlisting, in my mind, when you think about enlisting in the military, it's a career for the rest of your life. And that's just wrong, isn't it? It could be as short as 4 years, and it's just a good jump start to you to then go on to something else.
Oh, absolutely. A lot of people think about, the decisions they make being, an 80-year commitment, and that's just not true. It can be if you so choose, but that is not the case for most people. Most people use the Marine Corps as a stepping stone to help get them where they want to be a little bit faster or in just a little bit more advantageous way.
Right, because, college tuition is so high. You are out so much money when you go to a state school and go in search of your degree. So if that's just not in the cards for you, I just love that the military can help you toward that. And you're right. When you're 18, it is so hard to make a decision thinking, I have to do this till I'm 78 years old. You just don't. It's just a 4-year commitment. And then you can decide, this is really my thing, or I'm just going to go on now to do something else.
Yeah, absolutely. And then, another one of those scholarship opportunities is a little bit more geared for those high school seniors right now, but they have 2 chances for it, and it's the NROTC scholarship.
Oh, NROTC. I've only heard of ROTC. What's the difference?
So ROTC is just the umbrella term, but each branch has its own thing. So there's the NROTC, which is for the Navy and Marine Corps. Then you have the AROTC, which is for the Army, and then the Air Force has their own as well.
Okay, so if it is Marine Corps based, it's the NROTC.
Yes, ma'am.
Right? Okay, tell us about that.
So the NROTC scholarship is a $180,000 scholarship. It's applicable to any university that has the NROTC program, and then it also will pay you a stipend every month that you're in for things like food. So it starts out at $250 a month. And then your sophomore year will go into $300, and then it's $350, and then your senior year it's $400 a month.
Are you in active military when you're doing that?
So your very first year is kind of a trial, so to speak. It's no strings attached. When you go into your second year, your sophomore year, if you're still on the scholarship, then you will be obligated for service.
Oh, I see. Okay, so when you're done, you've gotten your degree, you've gone through with ROTC, and I'm sure you've been training during that time, military training.
Yes.
And then when you're done, you go to active service.
Yes. So in between your sophomore and junior year, you would go to 6 weeks of officer candidacy school. And then between your junior and senior year, you would go for the second term of 6 weeks. And that way, when you graduate, not only do you get your diploma, but you'll also get pinned as a Marine Corps officer.
Now, all of this is fantastic information. I'm sure that some of our Shark listeners have kids and grandkids who are listen to this because, our demographic is kind of like my age people, not your age people. So how do you get that information you're saying to me directly into the ears of the people who need to hear it?
Well, I believe your lovely listeners would be able to, say something at the dinner table and get that to them. But I also mention these things at the school visits when I'm there directly to them.
Okay, because you're in the schools all the time, all over North Mississippi. And I'm sure you work with the career counselors to, like, particular kids who are interested.
Oh, absolutely.
And if somebody wants to contact you, what should they do?
Well, my cell phone number is 662-664-1550. And, that is a fantastic way to reach out, especially like through text.
They can just text you up and say, Sergeant Gillespie, I am interested in learning more about the military.
Absolutely.
Okay, fantastic. I really appreciate what you do. I appreciate you getting the offerings that the military has into the hands of these kids in North Mississippi who need it, and I wish you the best of luck this year.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Sergeant Gillespie, will you come back, say, November, December, and give us an update on the things that have been going on?
Absolutely.
Okay, everybody, this has been Sergeant Jordan Gillespie, who is the Marine Corps recruiter for North Mississippi. He is out there and available to you. Give us your cell phone number one more time.
662-664-1550.
And that's all the time we have for this edition of Heard It on the Shark. You can tune in every Tuesday at 11 a.m. to find out what's happening with our local community leaders. If you have a question, comment, or suggestion for an interview, or if you want access to this interview, go to our website, shark1023.com, and click on that podcast tab. Keep it tuned to the Shark 1023 and have a great rest of the day.
The Mississippi Hills National Heritage Area was established by the United States Congress in 2009 and represents a distinctive cultural landscape shaped by the dynamic intersection of Appalachian and Delta cultures. This intersection has produced a powerful concentration of nationally significant cultural icons, including King of Rock and Roll Elvis Presley, First Lady of Country Music Tammy Wynette, blues legend Howlin' Wolf, civil rights icons Ida B. Wells Barnett and James Meredith, America's favorite playwright Tennessee Williams, and Nobel laureate William Faulkner. The stories of the Mississippi Hills are many and powerful, from music and literature to Native American and African American heritage to the Civil War. The Mississippi Hills National Heritage Area supports the local institutions that preserve and share Northeast Mississippi's rich heritage. Begin your discovery of the historic, cultural, natural, scenic, and recreational treasures of our region by visiting the Mississippi Hills National Heritage Area online at mississipphills.org.